Testing the Ford Ranger Raptor's suspension starts here. The repeated impact caused by these motocross-inspired whoops could not be handled by standard suspension. But the Ford Ranger Raptor takes it in its stride, thanks to its bespoke aluminium control arms and 2.5-inch Fox shocks. This sophisticated suspension system features position-sensitive damping, providing low damping in the middle of the suspension travel for a smooth ride, and stiff damping at the end of travel to help avoid bottoming and topping out. The next test is a heavy landing. The Ford Ranger Raptor has up to 32% more travel over standard Ranger suspension, absorbing the impact without transferring excessive force to the chassis. The small force that makes it into the chassis meets a specialized frame with stiffened side rails made from high-strength, low-alloy steel. That's how the Ford Ranger Raptor handles extreme whoops and heavy landings, like no other off-road production vehicle. Testing the Ford Ranger Raptor happens here, where we simulate years of engine abuse. The bi-turbodiesel engine is raised to 388 degrees, then dropped to -34. We repeated this over 1,000 times to stress test the cutting-edge bi-turbo. Built from Inconel, a specialized nickel alloy used in aerospace travel, it thrives under pressure. Next, the ultimate endurance test, full throttle for 18 days straight. Finally, it's unleashed on sand, mud, rock and gravel on climbs as steep as 45 degrees. This is where dynamic stability control, all-terrain tires and a terrain management system featuring the exclusive Baja mode come together to deliver optimal traction. While the optimized 10-speed automatic transmission is designed to ensure peak torque performance from the bi-turbodiesel engine, making all 500 Newton-meters available from as low as 1,750 RPM. That's how the Ford Ranger Raptor handles steep climbs and extreme terrain, like no other off-road production vehicle.
We take the approach with this kind of vehicle that whatever we do from a design perspective, it should be about performance, it should be about functionality. So there's nothing that we've designed on this vehicle that doesn't have some purpose.
Ranger on steroids, Ranger turned up past 11. The whole purpose of the Raptor is capability, right? It's to perform off-road, and so the things that we've done are all about enhancing that ability. So you get the increased protection underneath with the bash plates, the separated bumper, which is higher for better ramp departure and breakover angles. And the chassis guys want a wider track to help with stability and off-road ability. And that allowed us to put the wider fenders and the bigger arches and the larger off-road tyres.
The big thing about the Raptor is it's inspired by Baja vehicles, by the desert races. That's why everything's lifted up, everything's out of the way.
It's a bit like we sent it to the gym and the thing got absolutely ripped. It's driven by functionality. There's so much in the underpinnings and in the chassis and in the sheet metal that it's really something that can only be authentic.
Somebody asked me, was there ever a time when you were able to just deliver a sketch? I have to say that the Raptor is the one, because it's a vehicle that you walk past and you think, oh my God, that's so cool. Are we really going to put that on the road?
For those people who know a bit about the F-150 Raptor, you'll see some of that same DNA translated. Key interaction points like the instruments, steering wheel, the shifter, paddle shifters, pedals, even the startup sequence is unique. The first thing that you're going to notice when you open the door is the dramatic sculpture in the seats. The seat is the thing that's going to hold you in position when you're doing that really extreme driving that this vehicle offers opportunity to do.
The seat itself is an amazing thing in the way that we use a Miko suede, which is typically used on performance vehicles.
The steering wheel on the Ranger Raptor is differentiated in a couple of ways. Probably the most obvious one is the centre marker at the top of the wheel, which helps the driver understand where straight ahead is. Another feature on the steering wheel are the cast magnesium paddle shifters that allow you to hold on to the wheel tightly and shift at the same time without losing any level of control.
The brute of Raptor is really on the exterior. It's imposing, it's menacing, but on the interior there's a level of refinement. The blue stitching itself was something we really wanted to bring in that was distinctly Ford performance.
So when I think about design for purpose and the marriage of form and function, the interior of the vehicle is where that really comes together.
The new Ford bi-turbo diesel in Ranger Raptor sets new standards for powertrain engineering. Leading this innovation, we combined a 10-speed transmission with a new bi-turbo diesel engine, delivering a maximum 157 kilowatts of power and 500 newton meters of torque, with better fuel economy, less weight, and with specific off-road calibration. The bi-turbos are connected in sequence and work as a team to optimize performance. At lower engine speeds, the two turbos work together for maximum torque and responsiveness, while at higher engine speeds, the high-pressure turbo is bypassed and the low-pressure turbo provides boost to deliver more power. Complementing the engine, the 10-speed transmission ensures it's always in the optimal gear for improved acceleration, responsiveness, and towing performance. High-strength steel, aluminium alloys, and composite are used to optimize durability and weight. With improved quality, efficiency, and performance, the new 2-litre bi-turbo engine is Ford engineering at its best.